class look. So how's recruiting going?
Well, recruiting's looking excellent. There's a group of kids in here, about 21 in today. It's one of the reasons that Cam wanted to be here tonight, but things were going pretty hot and heavy, and we think it's a great class that was started. It will finish February 4th. There's a long ways to go, but we've got a great start.
All right, our next question is, what major physical improvements can we look for in the IU football program? Obviously, recruiting is the personnel side, but I know one of the things you're looking at to take on the Indiana Hoosiers at 5-3. Hello, everybody. John Laskowski and Ted Kitchell, and this story really belongs to these two head coaches. They first started coaching 30 years ago. Bob Knight, the head coach at Army, and Bob Whitlick was an assistant there. Coach Knight, of course, has stayed here these 27 years since he's taken the job. 705 victories, the leader in active Division I coaching. For Bob Whitlick, he's moved around. He stayed here at IU until they won the national championship, and then made stops at Mississippi, Texas, and Florida International. This is his first year at South Alabama. All right, let's talk now about our Sunoco fueling factors.
For the University of South Alabama, tempo is going to be very, very important. They're a team that's very patient. They only score 57 points a game. They're going to work the ball around, make you work each time down, but their opponents only score 42. Field goal percentage also very, very important for South Alabama. They're only shooting 42%. If they expect to win in Bloomington tonight, they're going to have to do better than 42%. For Indiana, they have a big size advantage. They've got to take advantage of getting the ball inside. South Alabama only averages inside about 6'6". And defensive recognition, Indiana in the last couple games has had a tremendous problem with the screening, the switching of screens. Indiana going to have to do a better job of recognizing what's going on defensively.
When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups. Will Bob Whitlick be the former assistant to defeat Indiana in the Classic?
Change in the lineup tonight. You'll see William Gladden is starting along with Luke Gregory. Had an outstanding game last night. Had 18 points both inside and outside. Another change, Andre Patterson inserted to tonight's lineup along with guard Rob Turner and the leading scorer A.J. Guyton.
When we come back, we'll have the tip-off of the championship game of this Indiana Classic. You're watching Big Ten basketball on the ESPN Plus network. Won, in fact, both their victories against Alcorn State, who is also here at the Classic. They finished 4th as they were defeated by Wisconsin Green Bay. Time now for our national anthem, and the colors presented at midcourt.
Our national anthem will be performed by the Big Red Pep Band under the direction of David Woodley. Singing the anthem this evening is Janice Hawkswell.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rippling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave?
Some of the more than 15,000 fans will be on hand tonight to cheer on the Hoosiers. Let's take a look at the series record between these two teams. They have met once before, and it was right here in the Indiana Classic 1989. IU, of course, won that game against South Alabama. This will be the second meeting in the championship game.
Much different look for Indiana. I mean, a really athletic team going to be put on the floor with Patterson, William Gladness inserted into the lineup with the three guys we've seen when Indiana goes with their smaller lineup: Luke Recker, A.J. Guyton, and Rob Turner.
There you see Bob Wetlick on the South Alabama bench. This is his 18th year as a college coach. He'd done some TV work between some of those stints in coaching. Our Big Ten officials, Eric Harmon, Dan Krisma, and Glenn Mayborg. Also, Rich Falk, director of Big Ten officials, in attendance here to watch the game. And we are underway.
South Alabama starts out in a man-to-man. It'll be very similar to what Indiana saw last night. A very, very aggressive man-to-man defense. South Alabama steals it, but then kicks it out of bounds. Indiana with possession.
The South Alabama team with a lot of Indiana flavor. Two of their players, Madison, 41, is from the state of Indiana. He grew up in Washington, played at Washington Catholic. Guyton misses the first shot for Indiana. This is Coxum, 6'4" senior. There's Anderson, leading scorer last night, 17 points. He's number 4. This is Madison. Anderson inside. Good rebound that time as Evans snuck between two Hoosiers, and new possession for the Jaguars.
Alderson, you can see, is very, very athletic. He's a guy that Indiana will have to keep off the boards. He's a guy that's going to get to the board each and every time.
Recker deflects that ball away and off South Alabama, so Indiana has possession. Good hustle by Recker. Played 38 minutes last night, and A.J. Guyton all 40 minutes in the Hoosier victory.
See Indiana trying to keep the offense very high. That's why they've got the Gladness and Patterson in the game. They're going to call traveling on Gladness. See, a lot of teams have scouted William Gladness. They know that he likes to turn to that left shoulder, and he's going to have to learn to turn back away from that shoulder, because right now everybody seems to play to that, and they don't let him turn inside.
Season low 10 turnovers for Indiana last night. That's their first in tonight's game. No score.
See, South Alabama does a lot of cutting. They come out and they get like they're going to receive the ball at the top of the key, and they'll very quickly cut down the lane with real sharp cuts. Indiana going to have to watch the back cut against South Alabama also.
Coaxum on the drive, left-handed, misses, and Anderson right there fights for the rebound, gets it again, and finally a foul. That's Alderson, number 4.
You see Alderson just waits on the other side of the basket. See right here, he really wasn't making any type of move offensively, but he knew the ball was going to come from the other side. Did a nice job positioning himself. That's his second or third rebound already, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Foul was on Andre Patterson, the most flamboyant player in the Sun Belt Conference. Preseason, of course.
Well, he makes the free throw. So far, he had only been shooting 3 of 11 from the free throw line, and now he's 4 of 13. So Indiana not able to rebound the basketball, and so far Indiana looks very slow getting to loose balls, getting to the basketball. South Alabama the better team.
Madison, and a travel call. Madison originally went to Evansville and has played against Indiana up at the RCA Dome game in '95. Now in South Alabama, there's Bob Wetlick. Spent 5 years as an assistant coach here. Coach Knight first came to Indiana.
Indiana doing a lot of individual things. Nobody's cutting, nobody's screening. And because of it, Indiana's just turned the ball over again. They're going to call the foul on Andre Patterson on the push down low.
That's his second foul, 18:03 left first half. And Patterson has 2 fouls. Bob Knight looks to make a substitution. Patterson had not started the last 4 games for Indiana, came off the bench, did a pretty nice job, now picked up 2 early fouls.
Coach Ellenberger last night spoke of how important it was. Patterson very fortunate not to get his 3rd foul right there. There he'll pick up his 3rd foul. You can see Coach Knight very upset, feeling like Andre went up with his hands straight up in the air. But Coach take a look at it. See, Andre gets beat to the ball right here. Right here, he pretty good defense right there. Again, he's going to go straight up with the ball, or straight up with his hands. But the problem is, once you get the ball down inside, the offense is going to get the call about 85, 90% of the time. And Evans that time beat Andre to the ball, and he's just going to get the call.
It's one free throw. Patterson with the board. 2-0. South Alabama with the lead.
Indiana, not much going on offensively. A lot of standing. When one guy gets the ball, you got a lot of other people watching. Good drive by Andre Patterson. I guess he felt like I'm coming out of the game anyway with those 3 fouls. But a very, very, very good drive by Andre Patterson. You see, he beats Rico Alderson right here. Good shot, but they're going to call the foul before, down low with the body.
Jason Collier in the lineup. Quick shot is off.
Not exactly what Coach Knight's looking for. Coach Knight, when a guy first comes in the game, he usually likes him to touch the ball 3, 4, 5 times before he takes the shot. You can see right there, Jason Collier, fresh off the bench, fires for Indiana, misses the shot. South Alabama comes back with a 3, and they've got the 5-0 lead.
That's Toby Madison, the senior, averaging about 10 a game. Hits from the outside.
Indiana's going to have to take some outside shots as South Alabama's really packed it back inside. They're going to make Indiana shoot from the outside.
Collier got the ball inside and was fouled. There's a good look at Madison. He was the leading scorer in the state of Indiana his senior year, 30 points a game. Collier inside, strong, and gets the hoop. There's the size advantage.
Exactly. Good inside feed by William Gladness. He got the ball, could have easily taken it back outside, waited till Collier positioned himself, and a good low post move by Jason Collier, using his height and using his strength.
Lob pass goes right to Gladness. Turnover.
Never saw it coming.
3 turnovers now for South Alabama. Gladness in. There's that floating shot. I mean, it's a shot he does take. He missed it against Kentucky, but there you see how effective it was.
In the Kentucky game, it just slipped a little bit out of his hand. Other than that, I mean, he's going to make that shot a lot. I mean, that's his favorite shot.
5-4, Indiana trailing by 1. Bounce pass, Alderson is blocked by Gladness. So Indiana, slow start in the championship game. You're watching Big Ten basketball on the ESPN Plus network.
Inside drive. First stage of break situations right here before South Alabama really gets set up.
Shot fake by Guyton. Gladness floats that one in.
You can see the quickness of William Gladness got that 2 points for Indiana. Anybody else on the Indiana team would have probably had to pick that dribble up and throw it back out, but he's so quick. That quick feed along the baseline, he was able to get all the way to the basket.
Cross court pass. Ham tries it again and hits this one. And a 3-point shot. Eight to 6 now, South Alabama.
Surprised that Jason Collier doesn't position himself down on the baseline and then Indiana throw it up over the top. Rico Alderson guarding right now, just not near as big.
Recker pulls up for the jump shot and off. This slow tempo really favors South Alabama. They want to play a slow game. They only give up 45 points a game in their first 3. Evans in the lane.
Shot clock under 5. They're looking for one.
Madison hits the rim, so the shot clock will reset, but out of bounds to Indiana.
Alderson not able to get to it. Knocks it out of bounds.
Number 5, Rusty Yoder checks in, 6-foot senior from Topeka, Indiana, Westview High School. Coaxum leaves.
It's an interesting team. I mean, let's not forget that this team took Arizona to a 65-57 game in the first round of the NCAA. I think we all remember who Arizona is. Obviously, the defending NCAA champion.
4 starters back for South Alabama.
A.J. Guyton's going to have to hit some of those shots.
Recker for 3 off. Gladness puts it back up and is fouled.
See how active he is, though. It's just William Gladness really active for Indiana. Really puts problems on South Alabama's shoulders right here, trying to block him out. You can see, look how he moved around. They could have easily stood. Offensive rebounders, great offensive rebounders, are guys that just give it a lot of great effort and continue to go to the board, as William Gladness has here tonight. Free throw a little bit flat right there. Need a little bit more air under that one.
32 now in for South Alabama, member of the all great name team, Dusty Dubs. Huh? You like that one?
I like that. That's
6'4"
nice.
sophomore,
Right?
Dusty Dubs now in the lineup. And Gladness misses both. So Indiana very sluggish, 6 points in the first 7 minutes of this game.
I think a lot of that has to do, not only Indiana looks sluggish, as Collier goes right out and grabs a hold of Dusty Dubs, but I think a lot of that has to do with having to work so long defensively. Each time down, you know you're going to have to work 20 to 30 seconds every time down the floor, and then when you do get to the other end of the floor, you're a little bit worn out. So far, Indiana just has no pop.
Collier matched out on Dubs. He uses his quickness, but Collier on the block. South Alabama comes away with it. And Gladness again, a steal, gets tripped from behind. Alderson has it, now Turner lays it in.
Great hustle by William Gladness. First of all, he got tripped. It should have been a foul. I think the official looked up after he stole it. But then here came Luke Recker. Never give up. You know, Luke Recker gets on the floor, knocks that ball away. Turner gets the 2 points. But Luke Recker should get the assist.
Foul inside. That one goes on Jason Ham. There's a look at Recker. Played well last night. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for the freshman from DeKalb. Gladness, the big offensive player for Indiana tonight. He's got 4 points.
Luke Recker brings a lot more to the game for Indiana than just scoring points or rebounding. Though. He brings a lot of life to this team.
Offense spread better now for Indiana.
When they go down and set the screen, then they need to come out wide.
Collier turns, banks it in.
I see Collier feels very confident that he can turn against South Alabama. Sometimes he has a problem. He almost turns around, hesitates. South Alabama, he's not worried about getting the shot blocked. He's been much better the last 2 or 3 games down on the low post.
Yoder inside. Ham misses everything, but Alderson there.
Alderson a little quicker to the ball than Indiana. You can see Rob Turner gets caught up in the air, knocks the ball away, and Ham comes away with it. Another turnover for Indiana.
Good pass. Alderson gets the easy layup. That assist to Yoder.
Alderson just kind of hangs around down there on the block, either waits for somebody to drive the lane, either that or waits for the rebound.
Recker off to Turner. 3-point shot is off. Back inside, Collier.
Nice to see him. Indiana really starting to throw the ball around with some zip, though. Oh,
inside, Recker.
Excellent pass by Jason Collier, but really the timing is getting so much better on the cuts. You know, we've seen the cuts before, but sometimes the cuts are too late, too early right there. Good back screen by William Gladness, good cut by Recker, and good recognition by Jason Collier.
Madison way outside for a 3-pointer. 6 now for Toby Madison. There's Collier, turns. Does not get the roll, but again, Ham is 6'6", 220. Collier 7 foot 245. He turned and shot.
William Gladness again feeds the post. William Gladness being able to stand up over the defense, it seems like it's much easier for him to feed the post than it is for A.J. Guyton and some of the smaller guards where they have to bounce it in there.
Michael Lewis and Charlie Miller both in for Indiana.
Charlie Miller had gotten the last 2 starts, and tonight he'll come off the bench. Michael Lewis, a guy that has come in for Indiana and been one guy that when the ball's in his hands, he's been very good about looking inside and finding the big people.
Collier misses on the first.
Indiana, big man, 0 for 3 from the line so far. As Collier knocks in, now they're 1 for 4.
He makes that and ties the score. You're watching Big Ten basketball on the ESPN Plus network.
Halfway through the first half in Indiana, and it's all tied, 13-3. Let's take a look at Indiana's ball movement. I think most importantly, see how much more space there is inside. This makes this available. High pass, low cut, get an easy basket, but that's only because you've spread out, your spacing's good, and you give people a chance to make cuts down inside.
All tied up. There's the field goal percentage. Indiana approaching the 50% mark, but the rebounding edge almost more than double for South Alabama. Him inside, a little stronger than Recker.
Yeah, he definitely thinks he can take Recker. He's posting him up about 3 times right now. This is when they need to go right down into Collier. Good recognition right there. Good hands by Evans.
Evans stripped that ball away, and Michael Lewis in for Indiana at that last timeout.
Jason Collier needs to be a little bit stronger. That's a pretty easy 2 points for him if he can just get turned down in there. But good recognition by Indiana to get the ball on the mini break and take it down inside.
Pass stolen by Recker. Jimenez, Collier had nearly traveled, so he flipped it over his shoulder, tipped by South Alabama.
Bad decision by Luke Jimenez. There's just not enough room in there for Jason Collier to catch this ball right here.
13-13, all tied up at Assembly Hall. A very low-scoring game favoring the South Alabama Jaguars, but Jason Collier starting to pick up his offense.
And he just didn't turn and shoot. See how he turned and recognized, got the little shot fake, then got the clear look at the basket. Jason Collier making some big adjustments in the last 2 or 3 games for Indiana.
2-point lead now for Indiana. 3 ties and 6 lead changes now in the game.
Indiana's looked much better the last 5 minutes, both defensively and offensively, and I think a lot of it goes hand in hand. Indiana seems to look much better offensively when they start knocking the ball away and getting the ball turned over from the other team.
Yoder fires up a 3, another rebound for Recker.
Excellent block out by Jason Collier.
Jimenez pulls up, hits it.
Coach Knight said something to him as he ran by him right there. Maybe he said, go down there and spot up about 10 feet out and hit a little jump shot. That's what we need.
Now Indiana by 4. Drive by Dubs. He tries to dish. Indiana covers up in the lane, and Jimenez draws the foul from Yoder.
It's a good play by Yoder because if Jimenez gets by him, it's like a 2-on-1, 3-on-1 break. So Yoder says, I have nothing to lose. You can obviously see he's moving as Jimenez obviously trying to get around him right there, but it's a good play right there. It's better to give up the foul than give up the 2 points.
Madison back in for South Alabama. Recker, shot from the outside off.
Another quick shot from Indiana. I think Indiana trying to maybe take some quick shots and pick up the pace of the game.
Patient team. They move the ball on the outside.
Indiana started to take some things away here. Early in the game, South Alabama was basically able to move it what you would call around the horn. They could just basically pass it all the way around. Indiana trying to keep the ball on one side of the floor, and they're doing a better job here.
Shot just before the shot clock expired, but rebound to Evans.
Charlie Miller had his hands on it. Got to come up with that one.
Very patient offense. Indiana had used patience in last night's game for the victory. Evans, Ham, and that blocked by Recker. Off South Alabama, Indiana ball.
The Hoosiers have a slight 4-point lead. You're watching Big Ten basketball on the ESPN Plus network.
Trails Indiana and Bloomington 17-13. Let's take a look at the inside. Good step in by Ham right there. Good defense because Luke Recker stayed on his feet. It was a good shot fake. Watch how he stays on his feet. Nothing but ball right there. Ham not very happy about it, but good defensive play by Luke Recker.
Block shots for Indiana, not known for their shot blocking.
I don't think that's really that big of a thing. I'm sure South Alabama obviously not really concerned about block shots. The majority of the time you end up getting block shots back. Indiana much bigger.
Recker on the drive picks up the foul. That's 7 team fouls on South Alabama, so 1 and 1. Alderson checks back in. And Ham comes out. Alderson, 62% field goal shooter last year. All-time South Alabama record. Roll for Recker.
As you watch Alderson play, you'll see he hangs around the block right there, so he's not going to take much or many shots outside of the 10-foot range. The majority of his shots are going to be layups.
Recker hits 2. Indiana's biggest lead now, 6 points.
Get a chance to watch Luke Jimenez play defense. Luke Jimenez does an excellent job of positioning himself, staying in the right positions, whoever he's playing. Toby Madison steps up, knocks in a 3-point shot.
It's again from the outside. 9 points now for Madison. 3 3-point shots. Recker falling away, in and out. Cooks him all the way in. He goes coast to coast for the lay-in.
Those are the little mistakes right there that Coach Knight gets so upset with. Luke Recker makes a lot of great plays, but right there, just really bad defense, not only by Recker, but by the Indiana team. Let South Alabama get all the way to the basket for an easy layup.
Michael Lewis, outside shot. Richard Mandeville pulls that rebound.
Strong.
Recker, Mandeville outside. Off the top of the backboard, out of bounds.
An outstanding rebound by Mandeville. He's a good shooter. Take a look and see Recker gets beat. Nobody helps. Michael Lewis has got to jump in there. Mandeville, somebody's got to come in there. You just can't let a guy drive all the way down the lane, but it all had to do with Luke Recker getting beat early on.
Madison, quick shot off. Mandeville gets it knocked away, but Indiana possession.
See, Alderson just continues to go to the offensive board. He's a guy that's not going to score points off the dribble. He's a guy that's going to score points off the board. So he just continues to go to the board each and every time down.
Recker inside. Doesn't force the shot, brings it back outside.
Luke Recker getting too low. Good call. Charlie Miller definitely moved his feet. He set one pivot foot, pulled it up. Indiana wanting to go down inside to Luke Recker, but he's got to set up a little bit higher. That way he's got more room to move. You see the defense used the baseline right there, pushed him all the way down. He couldn't get the shot.
A.J. Guyton in for Indiana. Yoder loses control and picks up the foul as Jimenez comes up with the ball.
I talked about positioning with Luke Jimenez. I mean, it's not that he's not the quickest guy, but see how watch how he's in position. See, he jumps to the ball's knocked away, he's in position. You know, by being that, you know, what Coach Knight teaches is being in the right positions. As long as you're in the right positions, you're not going to get beat that badly. You know, it's one thing when teams go one-on-one, have great athletes, but as long as you follow the rules, stay in position, you can usually get by. Even slow guys like you and I, Laz, were able to make it.
Made careers out of it, huh?
Exactly.
Free throw by Jimenez in. Jason Collier in at the last dead ball. Jimenez from Redwood Falls, Minnesota, walked on to this IU team. He's gotten a lot more playing time this year. Misses the second free throw. Always dreamed of playing at Indiana, and his dream became reality.
Got another hand on the ball right there. Not able to get a hold of it. Got a fingertip. See how he talks switch right there. Look at
Over
him.
the screen.
Excellent position right there. Evans up over the top of Collier, but it all set up by great defense by Luke Jimenez. Take a look at Jimenez here. Watch how he doesn't ever get beat. Watch how he got to get up over that screen. Gets up over the screen, knows he's going to the baseline, doesn't go up and hack him with an arm. He just kept his body. You can see Evans comes up over Collier. Good defensive, individual defense by Luke Jimenez.
Gladness comes in for Charlie Miller. Collier strong on that one.
Indiana just not very good at all from the free throw line. I mean, an excellent free throw shooting team. Second in the country last year from the free throw line, and tonight only about 4 out of 9, 40%.
And outside Yoder, three-point shot. Both Yoder and Madison not afraid to take those three-point shots. South Alabama back into the lead now. Indiana had stretched it out to 6. A.J. Guyton three-pointer off. And Yoder comes away with it. It's a scrappy little team.
A.J. Guyton 0 for so far tonight, not able to hit a shot. And sometimes his play kind of goes how his offense is going. If he's hitting shots, he seems to get very involved in the offense. When he's not hitting shots, he seems to hide a little bit.
Shot clock is at 8. Double team, Evans. Madison at 3, misses, knew right where the rebound was coming.
Goaltend, they're going to call that a goaltend. Jason Collier got that ball when it got up on top. Coach Knight unhappy with Michael Lewis and his block out.
Off the backboard, Collier hit it. South Alabama has the lead. You're watching Big Ten basketball on the ESPN Plus network.
When it goes down inside, you can see right here, Indiana converges on the ball. Now, there's a good ball movement by South Alabama. Now, watch Michael Lewis. See how he flies by him, gets no block out. It's going to turn into 2 points. They get it up on the board. Jason Collier slaps the ball over the rim. Turns into 2 points. You know, good defense, good offense. Bad block out.
Lob pass deflected away. And a big run for South Alabama has given them the 3-point lead, and now make that a 5-point lead.
And an 11-1 run.
Indiana's missed their last 5 field goal attempts.
Jason Collier's got to find a way to free himself. When he's got a 6'5" guy on him, he's got to find a way to get inside and free himself.
Michael Lewis drives the right baseline for that layup.
Saw him go strong to the basket last night.
Collier pulls it down, out to Guyton.
Guyton's got to take this.
4-on-1. Lewis misses the layup. And Alderson pulls it down. Madison 1-on-1. Kicked it away, and Indiana has it.
It was an outstanding break. It was a good give by A.J. Guyton to Michael Lewis, but he's definitely got to get that ball in the basket.
Recker comes back in for Jimenez. Rob Turner also back in. Indiana now some quickness and some height at the same time in the lineup.
Recker bringing the ball over, now going to try to get the ball. You can see some excellent help down inside there. See how Alderson's guarding and Evans is helping down inside. Good communication, they're helping, but somebody's got to be open. Whoever Evans is guarding has got to free himself because he's going to be the open man.
That'd be Gladness, 2 seconds to shoot. And shot was off, and Evans pulled the rebound down.
That's what we talk about recognition. I mean, if you see your man is helping out on the post and you've got to free yourself, A.J. Guyton going to get the reach right there. Quick hands, but definitely not going to let him get away with that one.
That'll be Indiana's 7th team foul. Make that 6th team foul, so a 22nd timeout has been called by Indiana. This 22nd timeout brought to you by Outback Steakhouse. Back home again, and Indiana. Toby Madison, Washington Catholic. Rusty Yoder from Topeka, Indiana, and Westview High School, and assistant coach Chris Jones is from Jasper, Indiana. Bob Wellick, of course, a 5-year assistant coach here at Indiana. The Hoosiers trail by 3. The offense not happening for Indiana. They are averaging 77 points a game. There's 22 here as we close down the first half. Minute 23 left.
Well, I think a lot has to do with A.J. Guyton. When A.J. Guyton, in a game like this where a team is really going to pack it in, you got to hit some outside shots. A.J. Guyton, 0 for 5 so far tonight, not on the board. That's a travel.
Yoder moved those feet before he hit the dribble down. 10 turnovers for South Alabama.
Picked up that pivot foot before he got that ball down on the ground.
1 minute left, first half. Indiana trying to get that lead before halftime. Gladness, jump shot outside off. Good block out as Collier hits the deck. Gladness couldn't get to his own missed shot. South Alabama will run some time here.
Only 35 seconds left in the half.
Yoder outside, misses. Guyton up to Recker. And good hustle as Yoder was able to knock that ball away before Recker could get the layup.
Good hustle by Yoder. You can see he was going to get on the floor. No way he's going to let Luke Recker come up with that basketball. See that pass just a little too far in front of Recker. Needs to throw that with just a little bit more air under it so it takes a little bit bigger bounce. Recker would have been able to catch up with it. Indiana probably going to go for the last shot with only 20 seconds left in the half.
Shot clock is off. Down screens. This is Turner. 8 seconds. Collier outside. Jump shot is in.
Anybody else can hit the jumper. Jason Collier, the little man, comes out and he likes to come out and shoot that jump shot.
9 points for Collier as Indiana closes the gap to 1, but A.J. Guyton 0 for 5 held scoreless in the first half. We'll be back with our halftime after this. You're watching Big Ten basketball on the ESPN Plus network.
About 6'6" up front. South Alabama leading Indiana on the boards 24-15, and that is a. We felt he was too close to the basket, so they did not give him the charge.
Collier, Patterson, lay-in.
You can see a little high-low right there, and the thing is, even though Jason Collier's your 7-footer, you bring him out high, he can shoot the little jump shot if they start laying back, and plus, he becomes a very good passer because he can see up over the defense.
Madison has it deflected away. This is Alderson off Indiana, and South Alabama retains possession. Switch inside by Indiana on the out-of-bounds play.
Alderson and Evans, an outstanding job. 15 rebounds between the two of them in the first half.
That pass gets away from Alderson.
Pick and roll. They had it set up. Alderson couldn't come up with it. Toby Madison saw it. Take a look at the starter points right here. South Alabama leading the Indiana starters 22-10, although that becomes 12 now as Andre Patterson just scored.
Collier misses on the shot. 4 on 3. Evans pulls it back out.
He's a really smart player. I mean, if it's not there, he's not in a hurry. You can see Evans just took it down inside, brought it right back out. South Alabama not want to turn the ball over, does not want to take bad shots.
Alderson turns and gets Coxum. The shot outside off. Recker all the way in, throws it up. Don't count it. Offensive foul on Recker.
Be interesting to see this. Eric Harmon felt like he had the charge. I don't think the South Alabama player ever gets set. You can see right here, he does a pretty good job of getting his both feet set right there. Luke Recker a little bit out of control. I'd have to say that's a pretty good call right there.
The crowd not happy with that call. That's Recker's first foul.
Coxum able to get back, does a nice job positioning himself.
Ham, the jumper on the baseline as Recker went for the steal.
Recker goes for the steal, not able to come up with it. Ham makes him pay for it. Going to get Evans with the hold.
Patterson's working the block area there to post up on the inside. 2 now on Evans.
Take a look at it. Andre Patterson's got him pinned pretty good right here. You can see right there, they felt like Evans brought the left arm around, grabbed a hold of Patterson.
Guyton comes off the
screen.
Big. He misses. He's got to start scoring in this second half for Indiana. Patterson dumps it down. Collier lays it in.
Good pass by Andre Patterson. And that's a tough pass because a lot of times the offensive player will turn his head when Andre goes up, looks like he's going to shoot. But Jason Collier knew that he was going to get the pass.
11 now for Collier.
Indiana's got to play off of Alderson. I mean, Alderson's a guy that is not going to shoot shots, and when he does get the ball inside, unless he's just absolutely got a layup, he's going to throw it back out for 3-pointers, as he does again right there.
Ham misses it. Guyton has it.
Got to give it to Patterson right now on the block. They're going to get Coxum for the foul.
Out of bounds as Guyton will inbound. 1-point lead for South Alabama. Luke Jimenez now in for Indiana.
Oh, nice. Even though he missed it, still, it's nice to see him swing it.
Recker, 3-pointer. And some enthusiasm shown by the freshman as the crowd comes to life. Indiana has a 2-point lead.
We mentioned Luke Recker brings a lot more to the team than just jump shots and rebounds. What you might say is the life of the party.
Madison sneaks in behind. Collier never saw him, and Madison gets the layup.
Good offense by South Alabama. Some good cutting along the baseline.
Shot fake by Guyton. And Collier jump ball as he's tied up.
Coxum thought he was going to get the foul right there, and Coach Knight not very happy about it. He feels like Coxum had a hold of his wrist and not of the basketball. Indiana's still going to get the possession. Coach Knight felt like Indiana should have been shooting 2 free throws.
They get the ball out of bounds, though.
Andre Patterson's got to come right back, get the ball right there.
Recker went down to set a pick and then hit the deck, and that foul goes against Coxum, his second foul.
Spacing for Indiana, a little bit of a problem again. You can see South Alabama really packing it down inside. Going to call travel. He's going to take that one up.
Patterson moved that foot. 8th turnover for Indiana. You're watching Big Ten basketball on the ESPN Plus network.
Battle for Indiana in Bloomington as it's tied 31. Let's See the rebound comes off. You can see Luke Recker steps up, pops in the three, a big three for Indiana. Let's get a little reaction after that shot. It's been an awfully tough game for Indiana. Can't seem to quite get over the hump.
7 points now for Recker. And South Alabama has it. Chance to get the lead back.
Toby Madison, their leading scorer in the first half. Coach Knight has put Luke Jimenez in there, feeling like he's the one guy he can count on, position himself, not let Madison shoot the three-pointers, similar to what Cameron Mills did to Indiana when they played against Kentucky.
Jimenez on the steal. Guyton 1-on-3. Yes, he got the lay-in.
Earlier we saw Guyton, he gave up the ball to Michael Lewis. It was a good give. But when Guyton's out in front, I would really like to see him finish the play. He's just way too good. There's no way people can handle him one-on-one.
Yoder, bounce pass. Alderson misses, but tipped it in.
Andre Patterson about a half a step slow right there. He's got to be quicker. He's got to come up, knock that ball away. And Coach Knight's telling him as he runs down the floor, you got to grab a hold of that ball. Turns into 2 points.
5 for Alderson. Andre Patterson, the dunk shot.
Another excellent feed by Jason Collier. Jason has realized that he can go out there. And I also feel like Jason feels like getting as a steal by Guyton.
To the hoop, he goes right over Yoder. And Yoder grabs that left shoulder. He's wearing a brace.
Oh boy, that play brings back memories against Northwestern, the same type of thing. And I ended up with a hard head bang against the floor and a pulled groin. But you can see the quick hands by Guyton. You can see right here. This is where I'd like the guy to grab him. Right, you know, you need to grab him right there. Grab a hold of him so both of you can fall together instead of letting him go over the top of you. Guyton, good enough athlete that he was not hurt, but Toby Madison, you can see holding his left shoulder.
Indiana team Dr. Larry Rink out there to take a look at him.
Take a look at Collier, an excellent feed. Indiana working the high-low. Patterson with authority right here. This is something we got used to a year or two ago. Andre Patterson has really struggled this year, but Jason Collier really starting to get Andre Patterson in the flow of the game. I think he feels that Andre is very, very important to this team. If he can really get him involved, maybe they could pull away from this very tough South Alabama team.
Yoder is up on his feet, but that shoulder, that right shoulder, obviously in a lot of pain, and he heads off to be checked at a little more in depth.
Excuse me, I said Madison. That obviously is Yoder.
So the foul is on Yoder, his third, and A.J. Guyton goes to the line for 2. It's a nice pick by Guyton on the crossover dribble. He tapped that ball away.
That's what we talked about earlier also, when A.J. Guyton gets out there and puts any type of pressure. I mean, he's got quick enough hands, little things like that, he can create a lot of problems out there rather than laying back the 4 or 5 feet that he gets accustomed to once in a while playing defense.
It's both. Now Indiana, the 4-point lead.
Indiana's definitely got the crowd back into it with the Andre Patterson dunk and the pick by A.J. Guyton.
Ham got Recker off his feet, but no foul.
Again, watch Jimenez and his positioning. You can see he gets the screen right there, but he jumps right over there.
Ham will take that shot outside. His foot was on the line. A 2-point basket.
Andre Patterson needs to step out, help out on that play. Luke Recker gets screened.
Inside Patterson. 4 guys around him. That ball slapped away.
Got to do something with it quick right there. You can see Ham, the South Alabama, just right back in, knocks it away. Hands are way too quick at this level to bring it down. Get away with that in high school.
Recker tips it.
Ham does the same thing.
Patterson helps out. Jimenez backs up again, and the shot missed. And Collier comes away with it.
Give it up.
He gives it up, but Guyton can't handle it. Turnover, Indiana.
Best thing Jason Collier can do in a position like that.
Alderson misses, but Collier tips it out of bounds.
I think Madison definitely tipped that out. Eric Harmon's going to come over, and I think they'll end up changing that call. That's a good call right there. Madison definitely came over and knocked the ball out. Take a look at it. Jason's got his hand on it. He's trying to bring it down, and watch Madison right there. See how he knocked it out? That's an excellent call. Eric Harmon was in really good position to make that call.
Harmon on the outside. Patterson throws it, and Recker had moved out of the way, out of bounds.
A lot of standing by Indiana. Indiana's gotten into the high-low. Now all the outside people kind of standing around watching the two guys move inside.
Indiana had 10 turnovers in last night's game, 11 tonight. Ham open.
See, excellent ball movement by South Alabama, and there's Evans. He had 9 rebounds in the first half. He's right back on the offensive board again.
Evans now with 18 rebounds.
South Alabama really hanging tough. They've got a tremendous amount of confidence with only 12 minutes left in the game. They'd like to be the first team to win here at the Indiana Classic.
Evans steals that one.
Talked a little bit ago about Andre Patterson bringing the ball down. Jason Collier does the same. South Alabama backing on top of you, taking it away.
Make that 10 rebounds now for Evans.
Oh, that's a travel right there. Evans definitely traveled with the basketball.
That foul will go on Patterson. And his fourth. He picked up 3. His third foul at the 17:40 mark of the first half. It sat down. Now his fourth. And he'll come out once again. You're watching Big Ten basketball on the ESPN Plus network.
Has no hair, and Coach Knight's hair is gray. I mean, take a look. I mean, the referee's in the background. Now watch his feet shuffle. They're both moving at the same time. The referee's standing right there looking at it. I mean, that's a travel. Andre Patterson ends up with his 4th foul rather than Indiana ending up with the turnover.
Larry Richardson comes in for Patterson. Score is tied.
Indiana bringing Larry Richardson in, just trying to get some rebounding in. They're trying to get a body on Evans. Evans just doing a tremendous job.
Ham misses from the outside. Guyton taps it up. Collier posts inside. Guyton thought about the 3-point shot. Fades into the left and hits the jumper.
Might make note at the 11-minute mark, A.J. Guyton hits a jump shot because that could really end up big for Indiana. We'll see what he does from here on.
He's got 6 points now, all in the second half.
Travel, they're going to get him. Toby Madison. He had Michael Lewis on him. Would like to take advantage of his strength and size against Michael Lewis.
Turnovers now hurting South Alabama. That's 14 for the game.
Another team similar to Indiana just can't turn the basketball over. I mean, you just have to be a little bit more efficient.
Guyton missed everything, but Larry Richardson followed it right up.
Well, Larry Richardson probably scores about as many points per minute as anybody on the floor. He doesn't play a lot of minutes, but when he's in there, he seems to be quite efficient. He seems to be around the ball.
Alderson, good help that time as Recker tapped that ball out of bounds.
Recker kind of gives the face right there, but it was still good defense. Able to cover up down along that baseline, dropping all the way down.
Inside, this is Evans.
He'll throw it back out. He's not a guy that's looking to score on the post. he nor Alderson are really guys, unless they can get to the basket for layups. As I mentioned that there, he turns around and shoots a little jump shot. But
Shot fake got Richardson up, and the foul.
take a look at it. I think the only reason he takes the shot here is because he gets Larry Richardson up in the air. You see, he gets him up in the air, a little shot fake. If Larry Richardson stays on his feet right there, he probably throws it back out. Instead, he'll shoot 2 free throws. As we mentioned, he is 4 of 13 on the year.
He slings it from the back of his head, but that one goes in.
It doesn't look bad, though. I mean, he's got good rotation. Seems to be pretty soft.
Well, make up your mind. I mean,
I'm
you
just
said
saying.
it was bad. Now you're saying it looks good.
I'm looking from the stats. From the stat page, it looks terrible. From on the floor, he don't look too bad. He's 3 or 4 tonight.
He made 2 there, and the lead is 2 by Indiana. Evans tries to slap it away. That was Alderson slapping it away, and he picks up the foul.
You can see there's just too many people down on the block for Indiana. Jason Collier able to come up with it, but he and Larry Richardson are both trying to post down there. One of them's got to get out of there.
Here's Guyton. Comes off the pick from Lewis and hits that jumper.
After he hit that first jump shot, now it's 2 in a row. A.J. Guyton's game, as we talked about in the first half, seems to pick up as his offense, and especially jump shots pick up as South Alabama wants a 20.
Indiana stretched that lead to 4, so a 20-second timeout by South Alabama, and it's brought to you by McDonald's. The turnover tale last night, a season low 10 for Indiana. Their season's average 16 and a half. Still way too many. Tonight 12, so they looks like they'll approach that season's average in tonight's game. Indiana needs Guyton's second half scoring. They did last night as he ended up with 18. He's got 8 here in this second half. Bob Wetlick has to be pleased with the way his team has played thus far. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left. Coaxed him back in, and turning jump shot over Guyton.
Good post move by Coaxum. Got Guyton on his back right there.
Gladness thought about that jumper. Here's the guy Indiana wants to look at. That's Guyton. Gladness low, turns. Jump hook just off Collier. And Evans comes away with it.
No surprise when that ball goes down, who ends up coming up with it. Evans with his 11th rebound of the night. Very strong hands, got a good nose for the ball.
Recker goes for the steal, leaves Dubs open, off. Collier pulls it down. Evans tried to swipe it away. Collier picks for Lewis, can't get the shot away. Now inside. Collier turns and Alderson blocked it.
Indiana needs to recognize there's only 5 seconds on the shot clock. Luke Recker has recognized it already.
Indiana will need a quick shot. Let's see. So officials confer. Patterson will come back in. It does give Andre time to check in for Collier.
Coach definitely wanted him in. I mean, I would think they would want Guyton off a double screen right here as they get Coates and holding on.
It was the double screen, Gladness and Patterson. 16 fouls, so again out of bounds to Indiana, but it does reset the 35-second shot clock. Same play again. Recker may not have known the shot clock reset.
I don't think he did.
Was a quick shot.
I don't think he had any idea. I think he felt that he was going to be safe because he was beating the buzzer, and there was still about 31 seconds left on that shot clock.
But when it goes in, everybody's happy.
Hey, good shots are ones that go in, bad ones are ones that don't.
Indiana now by 5.
Important when a guy like Evans comes out, gets the ball, as Coaxum takes a very tough shot right there. You want to continue to put pressure. Even though he's a guy that's not going to shoot, you want to make it difficult for him to pass also.
A.J. Guyton from the outside.
Coach Wetlick will probably get a timeout here.
That's 11 now for Guyton. And South Alabama does call timeout as Indiana stretches that lead to 8. The crowd showing their approval. You're watching Big Ten basketball on the ESPN Plus network.
See how they got that 8-point lead. Remember, the shot clock was down, but it reset. Luke Record, I don't think there's any way he takes this shot under normal conditions, but he felt like the shot clock was running down. It's a pretty one. Nobody picks up A.J. Guyton. We talked about he and his offense and jump shots. That's 3 in a row for A.J. Guyton in Indiana with an 8-point lead.
Guyton now scored 7 of Indiana's last 10 points. Alderson takes it up. Yoder back in the game. He left with that shoulder injury, but he's back. And the steal, Recker has it.
Some guys have a nose for the ball. Luke Recker comes up with another loose one.
Guyton fouled on the drive.
It's a circus shot, although it won't count.
He'll be at the line. That foul on Yoder. 4 now on Yoder.
See, Michael Lewis gets the hand on it right there by just reaching in. Now it's loose. Recker finally able to control, continues bouncing it.
Miss on the free throw, though.
Not a very good attempt.
Yoder going to the hole. And Patterson has it. Indiana now 3 on 2. Guyton on the right side.
Somebody's got to be open.
Not long enough to get the shot, though. Lewis was going on the block to Patterson, kicked away.
Good attempt, though, by Michael Lewis. Really want to take it down inside. Andre Patterson's bigger and stronger. You've got to get the ball to him down inside. Good job by Evans to get over the top right there.
Patterson turns, jump hook, out. Just missed it on the back rim.
But Michael Lewis will get that ball inside for you. Coach Knight wants that ball inside to Andre Patterson, and Michael Lewis will find a way to get it in there. We talk about Evans right there. He's not going to shoot the basketball, but it's important to get out and pressure him, because if you don't pressure him, it makes it very easy for him to pass.
Inside, this is Yoder.
Yoder back after leaving the floor a while ago.
Evans takes that all the way in. Gladness picks up the foul.
Looked like Gladness trying to get out of the way.
He gets bumped and picks up the foul.
Take a look. You can see South Alabama on the boards very hard. Evans once again. You can see a little bit out of control. Didn't look like anybody really jumped up and fouled him. But again, just the aggressiveness of going to the basket gives South Alabama the opportunity for 2 free throws.
This is Evans at the line. Hits on the second free throw. We approach the 5-minute mark. Indiana by 7. Indiana working the ball inside. And the fouls continue to mount for the Jaguars.
Not a surprise. Either the fouls or, again, we can't see the feeder, but guess who it is? It's Michael Lewis getting that ball inside for Indiana. Good, strong move by Andre Patterson. Like to see maybe take that one up and under the basket. So he makes a good clearing move right here. If he'd take that up and under, maybe with a left hand, he might have had a chance at 3-point play, but still a good, strong move by Andre.
Hits the free throw. He hasn't played a lot tonight, but Andre has been effective while in there. Only 11 minutes now.
Because of foul trouble, as we mentioned, with only 2 minutes gone in the first half, 2 or 3 minutes gone, he had 3 fouls.
9-point Indiana lead, 6 now for Patterson.
Michael Lewis's responsibility is to not let Toby Madison shoot jump shots.
Yoder outside, hits that three-pointer. He was looking for that screen.
Excellent shot. Pretty good pressure right there by A.J. Guyton.
Patterson working on the block. And that pass goes all the way through. Patterson not able to come up with it. Coaxum comes in for Evans as he gets a break. Six-point Indiana lead, and South Alabama has the ball.
A dangerous three-point shooting team with Yoder and Madison both. Guys that can step up. You can see they're setting screens, the fade screen, where they come down, the big man will come up the lane, and guard will kind of fade off of him.
Outside game now.
See, they're really wanting to drive and then throw it back out, although Rico Alderson got loose inside.
Two-man game gives Alderson the layup. And a 4-point lead, double team. That leaves Lewis open. Misses. Fight for the rebound, out of bounds. And Indiana has it.
You know, the problem here with Indiana is they're obviously trying to go inside to Andre, but the problem with a lot of the outside guys is Guyton, who was playing so very well. Now they kind of start standing. You can see good give and go right there. A little screen, goes to the basket. Good step through, good pass inside. But you want to keep Guyton. You've got to keep Guyton and those guys involved. And so many times, these guys just kind of start standing around watching the passer and Andre inside.
Gladness on the block. And that shot blocked. Comes away. Good scramble. Wrecker laid in.
Great effort by William Gladness. He comes up limping a little bit. Coaxum still on the floor for South Alabama. Referee's going to give them a timeout.
He's laying there as he got hit. It was a good play by Gladness. He scooped it right up to Wrecker.
William Gladness lucky he didn't get a foul early in that play.
Indiana now leads it by 6. You are watching Big Ten basketball on the ESPN Plus network. It's Indiana by 6 here in Bloomington. As Coaxum came off the floor on his own power. He will be substituted for, though, by Madison.
Take a look at the last play and see Guyton trying to get open. Now watch right here. Gladness really gives a shove right here. He's lucky he doesn't get a foul right there. Thought they might give Evans the call. They don't. It's a loose ball. Once he comes up with it, watch the quickness, though, that Wrecker catches that and puts the ball in the hole. There's no time at all taken. He doesn't put it on the floor, catches it, knows exactly where he is. 2 points for Indiana.
Madison. Shot off. Wrecker fights for that rebound.
Rebound right there by Luke Wrecker. Went up both hands and got that basketball.
Tight. Shot on the baseline off. Gladness got it stripped away as Madison comes up with it.
Evans knocked that ball away. William Gladness after he had it in both hands.
Alderson low. Even on the block, he's looking to feed out. Ham hits the three-pointer.
Very similar to what you would see from the foreign teams when they come in here. You know, the Russians, they used to take it down the block and throw it all the way back out for the three. And that's what South Alabama's done a lot tonight.
Paid off that time. Ham has 11. And the lead now 3 for Indiana.
Indiana could not pull away. You know, they've had it up to as many as 9, and South Alabama just continues to hang right in there.
side. 14 now for A.J. Guyton. 6-point lead, just under 2 minutes left.
He's been very big down the stretch for Indiana. It's his second three-pointer.
Toby Madison, quick shot, a two-pointer. 4-point lead, 15 now for Madison.
Coach Wetlick stands up and tells Yoder, don't help. Don't help off of Guyton. He's the guy that's killing us right now. Yoder not near as quick as Guyton. That's the real problem. Guyton able to go around him at about any point in time he wants. Yoder looks a little tired also.
Guyton jump shot around the pick.
See Indiana really going to Guyton, going at Yoder, feeling Yoder cannot help. Be interesting to see if South Alabama changes.
Yoder jump shot is off. Patterson. Evans pulls it down and lays it in.
This one, Andre Patterson, you'd think he has to come down with that basketball. He's got to go up with both hands and come down with either the basketball or a man, something.
8 offensive rebounds now for Evans.
We're down under a minute.
Big possession for Indiana. 4-point lead.
Very big possession. Really a bad foul at that point in time. If you're going to foul, if you're South Alabama, you're going to foul. Very surprised that South Alabama going to take a 20-second timeout here.
Timeout by South Alabama. Scores from some other games. Kentucky defeats Georgia Tech at home. Arizona over Coppin State. Illinois is
the winner,
has defeated Clemson, and here's a surprise: Wisconsin upset by Ball State.
I don't know.
That game at Muncie.
Now there's a surprise.
Michigan defeats Duke, previously undefeated Duke, by 8 at Ann Arbor.
That is a surprise. Michigan has really struggled this year, and to come back and beat the #1 team in the country, what a big win for Michigan.
20-second timeout sponsored by Outback Steakhouse. The Hoosiers have 4 games left in December at San Francisco. The Pete Newell Classic, the Hoosier Classic up at Market Square Arena. We'll see Steve Alford's Southwest Missouri team there. And the Big Ten opener, special 4 o'clock start on New Year's Eve. The Iowa Hawkeyes come to Bloomington. Bob Wetlick very pleased with the effort his team has given here. They've controlled the tempo of this game, kept it low scoring. Recker misses on the 1-and-1. And South Alabama still very much in the game.
30 seconds left in this one. South Alabama down by 4.
3-point shot is short, and Lewis comes away with it. That was Yoder.
Foul right away. They need to grab somebody. Michael Lewis, an excellent free throw shooter. You can see.
And a technical is called now on Alderson.
The problem there is Michael Lewis gave the ball to him, and then Alderson did nothing but give it back to him. He said he shoved it in my face. So
now Bob Wetlick is on the floor, and he's going to get a technical.
See, Coach Wetlick not happy about it either.
Can't leave that coaching box area. He's well out on the floor, still talking to the official as Eric Harmon is at the scorer's table going over the technical situation.
They always catch the second guy, and in this case, I think that it might have happened again. It's going to turn out Michael Lewis is going to shoot a 1-and-1.
He was the one fouled.
So he'll shoot 1-and-1. Then we'll have the technicals.
It's 10 team fouls, so he'll shoot 2.
Now, yeah.
That one rims out.
If we get a chance here, we're going to take a look at it right here. You can see Lewis hands him the ball right there, and all Rico Alderson did was hand it right back to him, and really kind of unfortunate there. But Lewis will stay up there and shoot the technicals for Indiana also.
It's second one there out of 3. And now the third. More technicals now on the bench as Lewis hits again.
Michael Lewis has ended up having a lot better night than we thought.
And that that'll do it. 5 out of 6 for Lewis in that stint, and Indiana has the ball, so that pretty much ends the ball game. It was a 4-point game.
And the score isn't going to indicate anything about this game. South Alabama played an outstanding game, and you can see they foul right away. Coaxum fouls Guyton.
So now Guyton goes back to the line.
Fourth foul on Coaxum. Guyton missed his second in a row. There's Bob Wetlick. And that one rolls in. Now it's Indiana by 10. 20 seconds left. So the free throws turn this one into a bigger margin than it actually was. There's Alderson outside with the shot. Comes back to Coaxum. He tries it. And Alderson tips it in. Indiana inbounds.
Best just to dribble this one out. Got plenty of points.
And that'll do it. 64-56. Indiana will win this one. Bob Knight and Bob Wetlick, 30-year friends, shake hands at midcourt as Indiana has won the 24th Indiana Classic. Let's take a look at our key play of the game. We'll have a ceremony here shortly to announce the all-tournament team, as well as hand out the runner-up and championship trophies. Here's our key play of the game, sponsored by KeyBank. Key for a new America.
We talked about A.J. Guyton, how important he was to the team. Early in the game, wasn't hitting the jump shot. The second half, he ended up hitting 4 out of 5 jump shots, 2 of them being three-pointers. And he was a real key to Indiana's win here tonight.
Indiana, as usual, goes shortly into the locker room, then come back out for the presentation. You're watching Big Ten basketball on the ESPN Plus Network.